there's the ashram. And I walked down there, I walked across the bridge, and I could see Maharaji sitting on his tucket out there, you know, on the left-hand side of the courtyard. And I just like walked through the gate and I kicked off my shoes and walked over there. And I've told this, I said this before, it's like when they have the expression walking on air, I actually experienced it at that time. It was like I was floating over there. I had no sense or awareness of even my feet touching the ground. It was, you know, all these cliches are based on something, you know.
Right.
I actually did experience that at that point. I was just looking at him and walked straight there. You know, he looked at me and said a few things. I had no idea what he was saying, and I went and sat on the edge of the group. There was, you know, like 15 or...
Mostly Indians.
Oh, they were all Indians.
They were all Indians, yeah.
So I sat on the outskirts of the group, and he looked at me and called one of his people over and pointed at me, you know, and said something. And the guy disappeared and came with like a mat for me to sit on, because I was sitting on the concrete, you know. Right. I just mentioned that because, you know, he was always so concerned with your physical well-being. That was, it would not do to have sitting on the concrete was not part of the program. Right? You had the bamboo mat, okay. So he gave me the mat, and he didn't really say anything else to me. I was there for maybe 20, 30 minutes perhaps, not really a long time. I got my box of prasad, of course, you know, the puris and potatoes. And I just sat there, just like with my jaw hanging open probably, I guess, I don't know. And then he called me, and through a translator, he said, you know, go now, come again. Ab jao phir aana, as I learned later. That was the go now, come again. Then he added, interestingly, he said, and on the way out, bow in front of each temple, because I had not done that on the way, and I walked right past all three of them, you know. Yeah. And obviously he had noticed that. He said, and on the way out, you know, do the pranam in front of Hanuman and each one. So I did, of course I did. And, I'd never done that before, you know. This was just the start of a big, the transformation, I guess you'd have to call it, or there's one way you could describe it.